We gotta talk about the RNC.
A lot of stuff to talk about.
I know so much.
I wonder when the aliens are gonna get here.
Yeah, we haven't told them about the aliens. Bum, bum.
We've heard rumors, you know.
Yes, aliens.
We're in the news.
Send in
We're
the
in the
aliens.
news business.
Yep. When news breaks, we try and fix it. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Good morning. Dun, 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 dun.
Good morning again.
It's morning again.
All right.
Are you about ready?
Yeah, well, I
It's
got
almost time.
drained a little liquid, got a little
Oh.
liquid. You know,
What?
we're good, man.
Ew. Don't you know I'm a girl? I'm a woman. I don't like to hear about that
Well,
shit.
which one are you?
Be nice.
Depends whether we're
No,
role
no,
playing
no.
or not. Is that it? Come here, little girl.
Let me call you daddy. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na.
Yeah, I never really was into that daddy shit. It's kind of weird.
I'm not my father's daughter. I'm a daddy's girl. There's a big difference.
Oh, I'm running out of time.
Better hurry. It's almost time.
I'm trying to twist one up.
Oh my
here.
God. Do you have to share everything with everybody all the time?
Yeah.
Why?
Man, look at that. I did that with like 18 seconds to spare or something.
If you die, I'm never going to be able to roll a
No,
joint.
no, never. He does not roll worth a stinking flip.
No.
All right, guys and
Oh,
girls, good morning.
It's
It's
morning again.
Morning again. That's right, in America.
America.
That's the only thing maybe I would have added, right? It's morning in
America.
miracle. Which is a very interesting thing these days, right? Isn't it? All right. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Jeff.
Hey.
So yeah, did you check on X to see if we're streaming and if we're doing it smoothly this morning?
It looks good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I made some adjustments. It was brought to my attention yesterday that we were choppy.
A couple times.
choppy. And so, so if I'm choppy today, let me know. I probably won't be able to do shit about it, like not on the fly, but I'll be able to go back and do more research even later to figure it out. But I think I fixed it because basically it says run OBS Studio in admin mode. Because then it puts it at the highest list of priority on CPU usage.
Right.
So I'm like, okay,
That's important.
that sounds pretty important to me, right? So I'm looking at I'm trying to figure out what the source of the problem was, right? Because I'm not an expert at this. But I'm only using 33% of the CPU at the moment. So it's not like I'm out of stuff. And the memory, I'm only using 48% of my memory. So, I mean, the only thing left is, I don't know.
Is that all that amnesia stuff you're smoking?
What?
Huh?
When?
What?
So, if you've been with us over the weekend a little bit, you kind of know what's going on. Unless you've been under a rock, you know that our president, my president, survived a near-death experience, assassination attempt on his life. And boy, I tell you, that did something for me. I don't know about you guys personally, but I was depressed. And I was having a bit of a rough time.
Mm-hmm.
And, that happened. And when I saw Donald Trump come up and do that fist pump,
Oh, man.
okay, like this, and fight, I think something spiritually happened to him at the time. And when I saw that, it was a miracle. It affected me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, there are times, we walk by faith rather than by sight, but every once in a while you get to see one.
Right.
If you're looking, if you know what to look for, I mean, that was a miracle, right? Was it not?
It was. And let me interject something here. He did
I love it when you interject.
That's what he said. Okay. He did an interview, his first interview after the assassination attempt with the New York Post. And what he said was, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be dead. I'm supposed to be dead. The doctor at the hospital said he never saw anything like this. He called it a miracle. By luck or by God, many people are saying it's by God, I'm still here. He told the Post that had he not turned his head slightly to the right to read a chart, the bullet that grazed him would have been fatal.
Yep.
He described the Secret Service agents that rushed at him like linebackers, mentioning another one eliminated the gunman with one shot right between the eyes. They did a fantastic job. It's surreal for all of us. I don't believe everyone thinks they did a fantastic job. I understand he can't.
No.
I mean, he shouldn't be like dissing them. That would probably not be smart.
No. And so I understand politically speaking, and the ones that were heroic. Now, all right, so.
There's a little more.
Yeah, I mean, like I was watching Wolf Neve last night, and he did a poll. He had a pretty good bit of viewers last night, and he said, if you think the Secret Service screwed the pooch, type in 1, and if you think they did a great job, type in 2. And the chat just lit up with just a whole
Sea of ones.
A whole stream of ones.
Wow.
Yeah. So everybody thinks that there was some major incompetence here going on, and I think that's a good source of it. I think it's a big source of it. I mean, we saw clearly some.
So he also said the agents hit me so hard that my shoes fell off, and I wear my shoes tight.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So they were kind of rough with him, like.
The agents hit me so hard.
Yeah.
That my
Well,
shoes fell off.
they broke Reagan's ribs, shoving him in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. They broke his ribs.
Trump reacting to images of him raising his fist and being surrounded by Secret Service agents in the seconds following the shooting said, "A lot of people say it's the most iconic photo they've ever seen. They're right, and I didn't die. Usually you have to die to have an iconic picture.
Right.
I just wanted to keep speaking, but I just got shot. He appreciated the very fine and nice call that he had with Biden in the aftermath without any specifics.
He's playing it.
Yeah.
He's playing it like a champ.
Well, what I heard was that he changed his speech for the convention, and I assumed that his speech at the convention was going to be more inflammatory, but he didn't. He changed it to be less inflammatory,
Right.
less attacking Biden.
Right. Well, and that, I mean, I wanted to bring that up this morning. What I want to do is just spend a little time talking and kind of clearing up some of the false reporting that we've had, and that came out that, you know, it wasn't. I mean, when things are coming out on the fly, you know, we know who the guy is now. He wasn't Chinese. We don't think there was 2 shooters, right?
Right.
All of that.
But there is this piece of information that's coming out on Reddit about possibly one of the snipers for the Secret Service.
I just that came out on 4chan, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so if you were watching us yesterday, you know a little bit about that. It's unconfirmed. We don't know yet if it's true. But apparently the sniper said, I put out a statement that said, I'm the sniper, I'm the guy I was told to stand down. But I was told to stand down by the head of the Secret Service. Now, the Secret Service has been, you know, very, very quiet,
Yeah,
shall we
except
say?
they stuck up their head to say
Yeah, go ahead.
that the rumors that he asked for additional agents and didn't
Right. They
get
said
them
that
was
wasn't
wrong.
true.
Right.
So, and at this point, we don't know whether or not that was true. But they also blamed it on the local law enforcement.
Right. The Secret Service has to have ultimate control. I mean, someone has to have ultimate control, right? I mean, they're not just going to go...
I think it's a big flaw in the system. They have this system where they have they say, well, Secret Service is responsible for the center core.
Right.
And then we have this multi-layer cross-agency, you know, perimeters and all this kind of stuff. And they have these zones. But I really, really think that there needs to be some sort of Secret Service involved in the outer perimeter.
Absolutely.
Call it a liaison, you know, officer or some shit, right? I mean, the fact that it's like, yeah, those guys over there, the local guys, who, like, the last time they did security was at the fair. I mean, right? I mean, seriously, right? You're
right.
talking about local sheriffs, deputies. You know, I mean, these are guys are not trained for this kind of stuff.
Right.
And so, so I think there's some real issues there. But now it's interesting because I wanted to talk about, I guess, to spend a little bit this morning talking about like the whole zeitgeist of the whole thing we were talking about, of what's just going on culturally speaking, because there's not a lot of exactly news until the RNC starts today.
Right. This evening.
Right, this evening.
And it'll go through Thursday evening.
Right. And so are they going to have events during the day or just in the evenings, or how's
They're
that
going to have
work?
events during the day, but not today. Today it
today.
starts at night, and then
Okay.
it's all day Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll probably get off early Thursday or something. But
Right.
yeah, so we might need to redo the morning show and just stream live. I don't know what time this starts.
Yeah, maybe what we'll do is we'll look at it and we'll, depending on what time they start, do whatever. Maybe we can have the morning show and stream it, you know, kind of going on. Because, you know, that's a long convention.
It is.
And it's, you know, it's going to be just a bunch of speakers, and, you know,
Yeah, but
it could be,
it's
a historic year. I mean,
It is.
Clearly it is. So, but anyway, so talking about the whole zeitgeist thing, right? What's going on, I guess, the basic thing is that everybody seems to be agreeing that we need to turn the temperature down, right? And I think that it's a pretty good idea. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree at all with that, because it's true. Because I was watching this morning, Jack Posobiec, and remember when they had in the Central Park, they had the play.
The was it
Shakespearean,
or
kind of
yeah.
something about, and they adapted it, and it was sort of the whole Caesar thing, and then
Right,
they
and they were
made Donald Trump.
killing Trump.
They were
on
killing
stage.
Trump on stage, right? The blood bags and the whole 9 yards too. So
Right.
graphic stuff, just like what was her face, the one who held up the
Oh, Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffith, whatever the
Griffith.
fuck she is. She's like a Griffin more than a Griffith. She's like,
I wonder if her and Carrot Top ever got together.
oh, I morphed. I did a meme. I had
Oh, you
Captain
did?
Morgan did a meme of her morphing into him.
Where is he?
Huh?
Where's
He has just disappeared. I don't know. I've tried to poke. I tried to poke him a couple times.
Man.
That's what he said. So anyway, Jack Posapik got up at that play, and he said he was screaming. He said, "Yo, Goebbels would be proud.
Yeah.
Y'all are Nazis, right? And so it's not. Good morning, Arby. Oh, there you go. Okay, maybe that might be a good idea. Yep. That would be fun. We could have a call-in interview. I think I can figure out how to even interface my phone in, or I can bring you in on a. We'll bring you in. I know how we'll do it. We'll bring you in on I got the software. It doesn't matter. But yeah, this whole thing, there is rhetoric. I have to admit, if you look at it objectively speaking, right there is. If you're honest, okay. I mean, the right has some sort of violent kind of rhetoric, imagery. I mean, 1776, for example.
Right.
Little
violence.
Yeah, and 1776 was throwing off the yoke of a tyrannical government, right? So, that's pretty explicit, saying we need a second revolutionary war. I mean, that is a high turned up rhetoric, right? And so it's true. It's on both sides. So I'm curious to see.
But they're worse.
They are. Well, no, I mean, they like all we call it. The difference is that we say, okay, look, at some point, if this becomes tyrannical, this is going to have to happen. So, and it looks like it's getting close to happening, but it's in response to the tyranny, right? It's always the good responding to the evil, but the evil points and says, well, you're evil too because you're calling for violence. No, we're calling for, like, okay, you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and now finally we say, yeah, we want you to go to jail. If you did something wrong, we want you to go to jail. And they're like, what?
They need to go to jail, or our people are gonna, our side is gonna start. You see what they're doing with the predators, the predator poacher people.
We just watched
beating
one
up.
got stabbed.
Yeah.
They stabbed somebody jumped in, some guy, I don't know, he was a bystander, whatever, whipped out a big old buck knife, started on the predator,
one
on
of
the
the
the sex predator. So what happens is when there's a breakdown in law, then people stop respecting the law, and then they start taking the law into their own hands. If you really think about it, we're devolving back into the Wild West.
Right.
We are.
We are, because there has been no justice.
Right. So what's going to happen is you're going to get vigilante justice. Ever heard of that word, vigilante justice? Yeah. We are literally on the verge of having, like, the dark doomer man or something wandering around, and I don't know. It's okay. It wasn't my
Doomer man.
Was it the top
Doomer
marketing
man.
idea off the top of my head? Okay, but if I would, I don't know. I'd give it some thought. If I would become a vigilante, I would think about a better one. But it's like some guy wandering around, right? Doing the who was the guy that in the subway that shot those guys?
Oh, the vigilante.
Bernie Getz or whatever his name was.
Maybe.
Bernard Getz, was that
Yeah.
it? So anyway, it's going to happen, right? Because that's what happens. You know when everything starts to turn into Gotham City.
Right.
And far as I heard, New York City is pretty much Gotham City right now, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaky.
So, and then, I guess I wanted just talk about before, then we'll go look at the bookmarks and stuff that are tabbed. Is that the media is already pumping up this whole, all the conspiracy theories that are floating around regarding the assassination of the president of the United States. All right, here we go again. The wonderful, FBI who investigated, all the January 6th people, right, and who failed to be able to find any of the pipe bombs. We don't know where the hell they are. That was just amazing. They couldn't find those, right? But those wonderful organizations, they're going to investigate what happened here with the, and don't worry. They're going to give us all the information and relevant, pertinent stuff. And, it's like, I don't trust the FBI as far as I can freaking throw them. Nobody does. Okay? Nor any of these 3 or 2-letter agencies, right? The SS, the Secret Service. The lady's totally incompetent, and this smells bad.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of freaking questions that need to be answered. And I mean, not next year, not in 3 weeks, not in months. Not, after you resist and go, I don't want to come to Congress and testify about it because, then you'll find out the truth. And then we don't hold them in contempt. And then we have to, you know what I mean? She needs to be out there like this week.
Well, okay, so they're saying that the House Republicans that are good are saying that they need an emergency hearings just to figure this out. And they're talking about canceling the RNC to do it, which is not going to happen.
No.
But they are taking it seriously, and they are saying that they're trying to do something.
Hey, Prin Draco in the house.
I know.
It's nice to see you this morning.
We need to have her come visit us. We definitely need some hair help.
Yeah. So, but this whole thing, and I wrote it down this morning, is that this whole thing feels to me like a Marxist communist struggle session, right?
Right.
This is what all this is about, right? Is that they're trying to convince you and us, and that what they're telling you, all this gaslighting, all this stuff, and then they go, "Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist." Man, just because you say a conspiracy theorist doesn't mean there aren't actual theories that are true and that they aren't real conspiracies. I mean, all a conspiracy is 2 people, quote unquote, conspire to do something that's bad, right? Okay, and I mean, if
No,
there's
it could be good. Could it be good? Like if you and I conspire to get a present for someone, and we get all sneaky.
yeah, I suppose, but it's typically not used. I mean, that's sort of like the word manipulate.
Yeah. Hair is life. Yep.
Generally, people don't. What are you talking about? Hair?
Yeah, Prin Dracker does hair.
Completely derailed my train of thought, right?
Well,
so what, if you have dreadlocks, does that mean you have dead hair? What is that? Don't say bad things about my friend, Matt Baker. He's my buddy.
I didn't say anything about.
Somebody, she said hair is life.
Yeah.
Okay, so your hair's dead.
No.
It is.
It gives you life. If you came out of the 80s...
It's something to hang on to
80s,
during sex, okay?
Oh.
That's what hair is for, all right? That's just as simple as that. So with that, let's just move on.
Oh, God. All hair is dead.
All right. Let's move on.org here, and let's get on with this shoe over here.
Over here.
We're on the wrong thing here.
Hey, let's do me first.
Oh, that's what she said.
Ooh. Oh,
All right.
I didn't...
You want me to
say
do
that.
you first? Are you sure?
Yes, please.
Oh, beg me for it. Hang on.
No.
I can't hear
No.
nothing. Hello.
No. Yep.
I gotta get a new mic. I gotta get a new headphones. Okay, so you want to go through your tabs first? Is that what you're saying to me
Yeah, I
now?
want to hear my music.
Is what you are saying to me now?
What?
All right. Well, I gotta. Hang
What
on,
are you doing?
Hang on. I gotta get on you first.
Don't you love
No,
my
okay, I'm
colorful...
on you. I'm on you now.
You're on me.
I am. Let's go. Wait.
What's going on? Oh!
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Make sure to follow at hippiechick_24.
Okay, we're going to go to... Let's see. All right. Where are you? Oh. No, scroll down.
Oh,
You're gonna
God.
do that one
That's
last.
the John.
Stop.
Okay.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What are we doing?
No, it's too far.
Too far. All right.
Oh, no, wait. Is that too far? Wait, what's that one?
Wait.
No, we showed that yesterday.
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
go back up.
Okay.
Forget
okay.
Tom McDonald. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. It's such a good song, though.
All right.
Okay, this guy did these threads of different things that happened with the assassination.
Right.
And he said, like, the craziest photo I've ever seen, the craziest prophecy I've ever seen, the craziest whatever. If you look at the thread, it's kind of interesting. I'm not describing it really well.
There's a lot of people talking about this photo.
Yeah, but look at the thread. Just, like, click and go down. Okay, 2. One of the cleanest videos of the shooting I've ever seen. Okay, keep going. Anyway, so he just puts all these perspectives together. in
Oh,
a
I
thread.
see.
You know
Oh, I
what
see.
mean?
Well, yeah,
I'm
and
not
he had
explaining.
that. He had the.
Yeah,
He
the
had
predictions guy. I think we need to play that again. It's only a minute long. The prophecy.
Yeah. Okay. If you haven't heard this, it's worth playing. Yeah, it's I see what you're saying with the thread. I get it.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's interesting.
It's weird, but yeah, I get it. He puts together a lot of different perspectives. Like that, I haven't seen. I haven't seen that picture before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed killing, but
I heard that a local policeman climbed up on the roof because the people that were around the roof saw him. And I mean, he was right there, you know. So a cop climbed up on the roof, and when he made his head got up to the roof, the gunman lifted up his rifle and aimed it at him, and then he climbed back down. Is what I have heard. Did you hear that?
yeah, I did. I did. You mentioned that to me before.
It's true.
Well, I guess I would ask the question of, well, why didn't you duck your head below the edge
And
and then hang there for a minute,
right.
and then pop your head up again, right? When he's not
What
looking.
did he do when he
Because
wa-
if you think he's going to shoot the president, he can't be looking at you and shoot the president at the same time. Or even for that matter, yeah, if you've got a pistol, put it over the top of the roof and, man, and start skimming some bullets across at least the bullets would have gotten other people's attention, and Secret Service would have shut it down. They would have heard the gunfire, and it wouldn't have been the shooter's gunfire.
Right.
So,
right.
you know, I do think that local law enforcement, but again, they're not really trained for that, right? Well, I mean, they're not.
No. Okay, go up now. Are we done? We're done with this guy. I wanted to show you let me see. The cop. He heard, Arby heard that the cop fell off. He might have fallen off. I mean, if you go climb up and you see someone aiming
Oh, and you got
a
somebody
rifle
aim
at
a
you.
gun at you, and you would like,
Freak out.
possibly freak out and then slip. Your hand might slip.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. So what are we checking out
We
here?
have
A
a couple
predator
child predator things. Yes.
caught online.
Yes, I love law enforcement stuff. I like fighting. I like seeing justice. And hopefully when Trump's back and we start seeing some real justice, then this violent shit will go away, I think. I hope.
Yep. So,
But in the meantime,
okay, let's watch.
Uh-oh. Hey, you. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We got one today, boys. Hey, you ain't getting away, homeboy. You might as well just stop. You ain't getting away, homeboy. You ain't getting away, homeboy.
A
Just
Heffler.
stop. You are not getting away, homeboy.
guys-
Just stop. You are not getting away, homeboy.
He's being heckled.
Bro, I'm about to go hands-on with you, homeboy. You ain't getting away.
You're not going
You
nowhere,
ain't
bro.
getting away,
You're
homeboy.
not going nowhere, bro.
You ain't getting away, homeboy.
No.
You ain't getting away,
You're
homeboy.
not going nowhere, bro.
I'm about to fucking...
You're not going nowhere, bro.
Uh-oh.
That's funny, man.
Hey, you... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh,
He's
shit.
actually-
We got one
he's a-
today, boys.
he's a
Hey,
pretty
you
good
ain't getting
runner.
away, homeboy. You might as well just stop. You ain't getting away, homeboy. You ain't getting away, homeboy.
Hello.
Just stop. You are not getting away, homeboy. Just stop. You are not getting away, homeboy. Bro, I'm about to go hands-on with you, homeboy. You ain't getting away.
It's repeating.
You're not going
I know.
You
nowhere,
ain't
bro.
getting away.
Okay.
I'm layered up. I'm still okay. Yeah,
Is that what you call it?
layered up. Yeah, I'm trying to get control of all my windows that I have open and stuff. So I'm trying a little bit of a new format in how I'm doing things. And so, is anybody experiencing any lag out there? I think that everything's going on pretty good, but let me know if the stream is good. Right. All right. So what are we doing now, my love?
Oh, don't drink and drive. Just a reminder, don't drink.
That's
Drinking's
cute.
Bad. Okay.
It's a little early for a Halloween type
not
Wicked
Halloween.
Witch
What are you
thing.
talking
Isn't that like
about?
a witch?
Witches are like, doesn't have to be Halloween for a witch.
Well, generally, I think you jumped the gun on that one. All right, so now we're gonna wade into the shallow end of the gene pool, right?
And you don't have a thing for that.
Yep. All right, thanks for letting me know. Good. I guess I
Awesome.
got it fixed, which I'm happy about. I don't like technical difficulties.
Yeah, no, that's awful.
All right, so
This guy.
this guy is definitely something wrong with this guy.
Okay, so-
More than just the fact that he's a kitty diddler.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him. I mean, in addition to that, but
Well, I mean, I think that if you think about it, every one of these
whoa, kid diddlers.
it's this new sobriety thing is hard in the morning. Okay, so
I wouldn't say that you're like sober, maybe alcohol sober, but
yeah.
okay.
So all right. Yeah, we made it through the weekend without drinking. So yay for us.
Yep.
Yay. Okay, all right, here we go.
After the little boy said, I'm 13, you said, nice.
You said 18.
No, it says right there, 13. 13, you say
So
nice.
Casey's glasses on.
This guy's a child predator. This is Davenport, Iowa?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a child predator in the area. We gotta watch out for him. It says, I just turned 13. So are you able to come stay the night right now?
Whoa.
So why are you so comfortable with a 13-year-old boy staying the night at your house, John?
It said 18.
It says 13 right here, dumbass. Do I gotta show you again?
Well, sorry, I can't see.
No, you
well.
can fucking see. You've seen it, and you knew it. And I said it multiple times. I said I was in 6th grade, and you said, did you top or bottom?
Oh.
Did you shoot your load in them? Why are you curious about a 6th grade, like a 13-year-old, a little ass boy? Nothing.
I didn't read most of those questions, sorry.
I mean, you answered them right here.
Yes.
You had a perfectly fine conversation going, and now you seem stupid, huh?
No.
Can I wake you up?
Excuse me?
Can I wake you the fuck up? Hey, don't steal. That boy John from Davenport, Iowa, is attracted to little boys.
See the anger in him.
Go what?
Hey,
Go what? What are you saying?
be careful. If you aggravate me, I carry a weapon.
Okay, what you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it, John?
Don't
Everybody's
threaten
gonna
me.
know.
Are you threatening
Hey,
me?
everybody's gonna know
Are
what
you
you getting to do.
threatening me?
What you got?
Are you?
What you got?
No, I'm smacking the shit out of you,
What you
not
got?
threatening you.
What you got?
Hey!
What's your weapon?
Hey!
Look at the way
What's
he
your weapon? Oh, you
runs.
dropped your phone. Look what I got.
Oh no!
Ooh, you wanna
The
come after
phone.
me?
God,
You wanna get smacked? I'm
I
gonna tell
bet
you
there's
one
all
now.
kinds of
Cross
dirty
this
stuff on
line
the
right here.
phone.
You're a Davenport, Iowa child predator. The Quad Cities are gonna know about you, child predator. You understand? I'm about to throw your phone on this fucking roof over here. Come on over.
Help me! Help! This guy's harassing me.
This is a child. Hey, this is a child predator, man. Don't help him. Hey, can you tell the truth now?
Yeah, Alex
And I
Rosen
won't
is
smack the
great.
fuck out of you?
friend.
Yeah. Oh,
That was good. That was good. Yeah. Just the glasses flying off the face, the
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
thing, dropping the phone.
And the,
It's so
the
good.
slap in the face is just so like humiliating.
Yeah.
Is that the word I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Debasing.
So you're trying to
After I
milk.
said-
Are you gonna try and milk this John Denver thing again?
Yep.
You're trying to relive old memories.
Yes, I am.
This was like one of our first huge viral videos. We haven't had a viral video in like.
I know. I got to get back on
God.
it. I'm getting back on it.
I mean, it's like awful. It's terrible. It's really bad. So it's
you got to
well,
back it up and you got to turn it up. And this is a patriotic thing, and you need to watch. This is a teacher, and she's got like middle school students. So go ahead and play this. Her students requested this song, and she doesn't know why.
Why this song? It's as loud as it gets, so you guys have to be quiet. I'm so confused. I don't know, it was requested. What is happening right now?
all right. Now let me bring this home and why I think this is like particularly relevant.
I love that.
That what you just saw right there and what blew her away was a piece of Americana,
Right.
a piece of the American spirit, a
Right.
piece of what as everything that is right about this country. Okay. And she apparently never heard that song, or I don't
Well,
know if she
I
did,
think-
or she was just amazed that they all
that
knew,
they knew it.
right.
Yeah, I think.
And I think that the whole thing about the memeing that goes on in our culture that allows things like this to get passed down, we need more of that. And we've had, I mean, typically what happens is there's degeneration, but this is hope.
Yes.
This is hope passing from one generation to another in form of memes. And what's important is that I think that as I digested all the media fallout from the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, when was Megyn Kelly's, I think was the one that was most amazing to me. Because she, if you remember,
She's Trump
had
killed.
an adversarial relationship at one time with Donald Trump
Right.
at the debate, the first debate in the 2016, right?
Right. She thought she was going to be all cute and stuff.
Cute and crap and ask about the war and women and, that kind of nonsense. And which I found immediately offensive, personally speaking. And so then what happened was he gave the great iconic answer that he gave, right? And so they started on an adversarial relationship. And when she talked about what she saw and experienced when Donald Trump was shot and when he came up,
Oh, Megyn Kelly. Right.
right, he came up, and the first thing he did is he did that, iconic fist bump and say, fight, fight, fight. And she just, the character at that moment of that man, okay, being alpha male like he was. I mean, that is the epitome of male energy, big dick energy, the patriarchy,
Right.
whatever the hell you want to call it. But that the left has tried so hard to systematically eliminate from our society. And Donald Trump, that's what it is. He is, that's where the Trump derangement syndrome comes from. And we talked about it. It's this, he's daddy.
Yep.
He tells you it's fucking time to go to bed now.
Yep.
Okay.
And you better go.
And you better go. Otherwise, you're going to get your ass whipped. Okay. No, nobody likes that,
Right.
except everybody appreciates it
Later.
in retrospect. Right. When you see all these kids grow up and they go, man, I attribute everything to my dad. Right. My dad who made me do this and did this and made me disciplined. Right. All these things. And so he's that kind of figure. And it just drives the left absolutely batshit crazy. And they can't stand it. And so, but to see a female especially, she nearly swooned
Yeah.
from a 78-year-old man, because that man did the most badass thing on the planet. At that moment, he was motherfucking Rambo. And you understand what I'm saying?
We thought the mugshot was iconic.
Oh yeah, we thought that
this
was
is
an
just-
iconic hot thing, man. This was and then the picture with the blood and the bullet wound and the American flag and the Secret Service hugging him. Oh my God! It was like such an ultra badass moment that I think, and I don't think Megyn Kelly is alone. Okay, and I'll tell you something else, and this is off the top of my head right now, but they say that he's got a problem with women. Okay, not anymore.
Oh no.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Any woman that isn't a rabid third wave feminist with a dried up vagina you wouldn't want to
Oh my God.
have sex with anyway, okay? All the rest of the normal suburban women are going to see that, and they're going to respond just like Megyn Kelly did.
Yep.
And especially if he's been more disciplined, if he tightens his message, right?
Yep.
If he tightens up his message, he's going to be, at this point, the other thing about the zeitgeist this morning, and I think we're going to see through my Twitter feed, my X feed, is that they've given up. The Democrats are pretty much resigned. This is what we understand. And I think we reported on this yesterday because Cenk was ahead of the curve on this. And they're pretty much giving up that they're gonna lose to Donald Trump. And if that's the case, right, that's a bit worrisome because, well, to a certain degree it's great, but then we'll be moving on to the next phase of affairs, right? And you know what that is, right? The next phase of affairs is all the monkey wrenches they're going to be throwing into the works, right? All of them they're going to be throwing into the. Let me see what we're doing here. Move my chat so I can see. Yeah, they're going to start sabotaging things. The Peter Strooks of the whole gummy, soupy blob of government, of loyalists to the leftists, is going to start moving.
Right.
And the scary part is as much as I know, we saw that prophecy of the guy again. Oh, did we watch it? We haven't watched it yet. Did I abort?
No.
Did I abort on your feed or prematurely?
Did you?
Did I? Apparently I did.
You don't love
We can go back. We can go back.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Just everybody relax. We're back. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wait, scroll
where did it
down.
go?
Scroll down. I'll tell you. Keep going. There. Go back up. There. It's in the thread. Scroll down. Keep going. Right there.
Oh, all right.
This guy. Now, we found this on YouTube, and like you look here, and it's got it was posted 2 hours ago or whatever.
3 months ago.
3 months ago, if you look on YouTube.
Yeah. So just listen to this guy.
All throughout America, and I saw Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and he started worshiping the Lord. He got radically born again during this time frame. I'm talking. People say he's saved now, but he becomes really on fire for Jesus, for what I saw coming. And then I saw people interceding when I saw him winning the presidency through great. The Lord showed me it would go clear into the summer. Great persecution would come on him through the judges and through the law and all these people trying to sue him and all this stuff. But there would be a stop to it, and there things would start to break free come toward the fall. And then I saw him winning the election through the Patriots coming out and voting. And
Okay, so, and let me pick up, because the only thing this doesn't show is, then it says after the election, what's going to happen is there's going to come a great depression, great financial crash. So we're going to have a depression. He
Right.
said greater than the Great Depression. It's going to be a great anguish.
It sounds like it's going to be a short period of
Right,
darkness.
but then he said it's going to be a rattling, I think is the term he used. And basically what it is it's to get people's attention,
Right.
and that there's going to be an awakening. And he said then he saw 2 shock panels come down and shock the earth, the United States. I don't know what that looks like, but but I get it, man. Dreams, visions, and shit, they're weird. Okay.
Yeah.
And then eventually the green and the blue comes back, and so there's a revival, which I don't know how that fits right now into my analysis of where we were at, where I was pretty damn convinced we're right on the edge of rapture, and we're on the edge of the return of the Antichrist, and he's seeing spiritual revival. Now that revival he might see as well might be God just gathering the last of his elect in, right? Is to wake them up, the last great awakening. And then we get sucked on out of here. Maybe that's the way it's going to go.
You need to explain what zeitgeist is.
Zeitgeist is like the current cultural atmosphere that is existing, whirling about, that's going on. And I think zeitgeist is a term that I have never used that often or heavily. But now, especially since everything needs to be considered like that, it's just this complicated soup, mess of shit that's got so many layers. And I guess what I'm talking about is, and which is sort of segues into what I'm talking about, is this, this guy said there's going to be this great financial bad time.
Right.
Well, guys, if you think that the Great Reset is over, it's just beginning, right?
Well, and it takes time to change, to turn a
big
aircraft
battleship.
carrier. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but then again, we learned a lot about, when we talked about it yesterday, is the Grove, Bohemian Grove. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Right.
It is Bohemian, right? Is that right?
Right.
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We learned that it's not just like, I don't know, like 15 people going out and sneaking out into a field and burning some shit in front of
this is
a
like
Baphomet, and burning a man. And no. This is like a huge swath of land out there. Okay.
And there's
that
pictures.
is beautiful. It's gorgeous. And is it in California? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks like it. Anyway, and there's lakes and all sorts of stuff. It's like a big summer camp.
Right. And they have
Right.
different camps.
It sounds like a beautiful place. And they have, each camp, they have a lodge.
Except for the baby eating.
And then they name, except for that part, and the adrenochroming and everything. But the way it works is they have all the different people in one particular sector. Like all the banking guys will be at one camp.
Right.
And then all the military guys, right, will be at another camp. And they name that one, something.
Right.
And then like all the attorneys, legal people, and all that kind of shit, they put all them together. Then your news and this, that, and the other thing, and then generally your celebrity, all that kind of stuff. And then of course they mingle and they have like these lakeside talks and shit. And then this is where like they decide who's going to be president, like and stuff like
Is
that.
this where they rape the children?
That too.
Okay.
That too. They've
then they blackmail.
they've had some pretty weird party pictures like come
Ryan
out.
Garcia, the boxer, he's talking, and they're trying to put him in a mental hospital.
Yep. Well, of course he's crazy because those things they don't happen.
Right. I don't think that you can have a clean cut from one administration to the other administration and have everything's going to be perfect once Trump is in there. There's going to be fallout. There's still going to be some financial stuff that happens.
Well, here, I mean, no, look. Here's the thing. What we learn so much about, and you start, and I'm not an expert on this. There are people that are much more educated than I. But, the Rothschild family, the Rockefeller family, all these huge, and then the Soroses of the world, and all these things. There are the people that are the power brokers, okay? There are the dozen people that these are the super elites. These are the Obamas of the world. Obama is in this. He's one of the biggest power brokers on this planet. Okay, arguably,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
There's a group of people around him. These people are the ones that run the damn world. And
Right.
Trump has nothing to do with that. And these people are wired into like the central bank. Okay? All they have to do is tank the economy, and they know how to do it.
Right.
They know how to do it and insulate themselves in a process. Transfer all the wealth to like the COVID-19 thing, you understand, was the greatest transfer of wealth.
Right.
Talk about
The rich got richer,
wealth
the
inequality.
poor got poorer. The rich got richer and the poor got
That's
poorer.
right. That's right. That's exactly what happened.
I mean, the rich guys were going, okay. I mean, they didn't want this necessarily, but they're like, oh my God.
Right. Right. But yet, all the companies, little mom and pops went out of business, but Amazon grew, right? But the hardware store down the street couldn't sell, but Lowe's was open or Home Depot was open. Remember that?
Yeah.
The big store.
Oh, right.
And then you shut down the small ones so that you concentrate everybody to the major stores so that they could what? Be near each other. What the fuck kind of sense did anything make during the COVID-19
Oh, God. Right.
insanity?
Right.
Okay.
People couldn't go out on the beach or go skateboarding or go surfing. They actually arrested a surfer out on the
They
water.
on the water,
Well, I
like
mean,
hundreds of
how they got
yards
him.
away
Yeah.
from everybody else. So
Yeah.
what did they do? They paddled out to him, probably.
Probably.
Got near him, probably wrestled around, tussled around a little bit in the,
Probably almost killed him.
I mean, that shit is just absolute madness, right? It's crazy tunes and shit. But but again, like you want to talk about, that was a very different zeitgeist at the time
Right.
during the COVID-19. People were nuts. People were attacking each other with baseball bats if you walked in without a mask.
Oh, God. Yeah, right.
Crazy. People
Yeah.
went crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much, I guess. And our
Oh, yeah.
and our
Running out of toilet paper.
right, and our government is not beyond scaring the shit out of people, as you've seen.
Right.
They demon, and we are here where we at, and here's where I fall on this. We are where we're at because of years of demonization of Donald Trump. Right. This was the inevitable outcome. We were out there saying it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It hasn't happened in 40 years.
Right.
It's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It happened. Yeah. And the left media is going, oh, Lordy.
Yeah,
It's,
right.
like you're surprised. Like you've heard Maxine Waters go, you hunt them down in a gas station.
Yeah, you don't let them get away with this.
Yeah, I mean, they've been spewing this vile crap for years. And it's just so... I mean, every Trump supporter there after the president was shot, they said, I heard the reporting after, she was like, And so we kind of got some heat from the Trump supporters after they were sort of yelling at us. We kind of felt threatened and scared. It's like, well, yeah, I saw the footage, man. People are like, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fucking fault that this happened.
Yeah, that was
You're
crazy.
complicit. Absolutely complicit. Because Donald Trump is Hitler. You picture him as Hitler. You say he's Hitler. You say he's a fascist. You say he's going to throw. I mean, there are literally political people out there, or people like Rachel Madcow, or whatever, that say, no, Donald Trump. I'm like literally worried Donald Trump is going to throw me in jail. Are you fucking kidding me?
They should be now.
But at this
Maybe now.
point, you've now ratcheted up, in my opinion. At least you are morally and ethically culpable
Yep.
for what's happened here, and you deserve something. But no. We're supposed to just move on, right? And believe, just believe that you just had no idea what was coming on. And we just need to. The big thing is where everybody says now, we just need to turn down the temperature. How did the
I'm
temperature?
so sick of hearing the same talking points.
Yeah, how did
words.
the temperature get so high? Right? Oh, look, it's Jen sack my ball sack. I hate that
Oh,
woman.
look. Did you see Tim Robbins? I think I bookmarked that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the bookmarks in a minute. I'm trying to look up because I want to make sure. Since I am, all right, we'll do it. We'll Bing it. We'll get whatever.
Bing. What's the
Yeah,
problem?
I don't want to take the extra step. Definition
What the hell?
of. I don't even know how to spell it.
You didn't spell definition.
I know, but it understands.
Okay, zeitgeist.
Okay. The zeitgeist is the defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history as shown by the ideas and beliefs of the time. So I would say that a really good way to judge what the zeitgeist is, it's the temperature of a culture, is by actually looking at these feeds that we have,
Right.
right? Right?
Yep.
Because that where I would say that all of the culture right now, isn't it? Where am I at? The culture is all on X, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Right, here you
I
go.
think so. Yeah.
Here's your definition right there.
Oops.
Defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history as shown by the ideas and beliefs of the time. Right? So, what's the zeitgeist? Well, let's take a look. You have bookmarks for me, love.
I do.
All right, well, let's go to them.
Okay.
Did you put them under news
Nope.
items or all bookmarks?
Oh.
All bookmarks. Here we go. All right, what's this?
This is a black lady talking about.
Being right to leave the Democrats. Is that you want to start?
Sure. Yeah, this is kind of random, guys. The news is weird right now because everyone's talking about the assassination attempt or Biden and cognitive stuff. And then we have the RNC going on this week. So the news is kind of weird. It's like so much of it, but then there's not a lot of variety. I
Right
guess.
now it's Fallout.
yeah.
We're watching Fallout. So like we'll be on for a little while, then we're gonna just see kind of what's going on, what's cooking the rest of the day.
Yep. And we'll be on tonight with the RNC. We'll be live.
Yeah. I was just gonna say my first comment is that wow, yeah, fake, like a freaking Barbie doll.
Yeah. I know.
Very weird.
She's got an odd mouth. She's pretty, but
No.
All right, just hit play. Just hit
Okay,
play.
she's a gorgeous African queen, I suppose. She's funny looking. Her eyes are too far apart, objectively speaking. Her nose is too wide. Her lips are way too large. That comes down to a narrow chin. And then
right,
we've got
stop
this,
being mean.
and then we've got this whatever the hell that is on her head that's all woven into her.
All right.
Are we done yet? It's not.
Why don't you hit play?
But yes, she's a gorgeous queen.
In 2017, I decided to come out in support of Donald Trump and MAGA. Since that time, over the years, I've sometimes wondered if I made the right decision because of the backlash and nonstop trolling that I receive online. However, after watching Donald Trump stand up in front of millions of people with a visible wound on his face and tell America to keep fighting for what is right, I knew that I had made the right decision and I've been on the right side of history this whole time. It's obvious to me that Democrats do not care about Black people, they do not care about the poor, and they do not care about innocent human life, which is something that Donald Trump does care about and he's always championed. I am more awakened now than I have ever been before, even so more than in 2017. And I will continue to support Donald Trump. Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, God bless you. In 2017, I decided to come out.
Yep. Now, I don't think that this is I know this is anecdotal, but there's a lot of them.
Yep.
There's a lot of them.
Yep.
All right, what do we, oh.
This is odd, but DC Drano posted it, so it's.
Yeah, well, that's January 21st, 2024. That's January 21st. That's 2 days before my birthday this year. It was just 6 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bullet hole.
Through glass.
And $47.
47.
47?
It's an odd number. So I wonder what he meant by that.
I don't know. I think he should get a visit from the Secret Service, but I mean, at this point,
They're going to be busy. We've been loading them down with people that they need to contact.
oh boy. Well, I mean, like the Secret Service is really going to get to the bottom of this anyway.
Right.
I don't know, man. I was hoping the Secret Service was loyal to Trump. Right? I really was.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And
I
I'm
mean,
sure
some
that
of them.
there are some of them. But then you get your diversity fruitcake. So now you got the diversity fruitcake women in there. And you know, when the director of the department is a fruitcake Libby liberal, loyalist. All right, so what are we looking at here?
Okay, that's, you don't have to play that. They can't get in the phone. She looks like she's had some more work done. I don't know. Anyway.
That's pretty weird. She got that little microphone floating around her face.
Official is telling Fox they believe the shooter acted alone. We're also learning that they can't get into his cell phone. They have it at Quantico, but haven't been able to get any data out of it.
Oh, but they can get
Beckley
into
now
our cell
official
phones.
is telling Fox they believe the shooter acted alone. We're also learning that they can't.
It's, it's awfully fucking convenient, And then what's going to happen is, oh no, the data was corrupted somehow. I don't know, the bullet just smashed through the phone or something. They're going to, every one of these agencies is suspect, and there are much of them are part of the blob.
Yeah.
The administrative blobby thing that's running the country. Blobular thing that's running the country. It's true. 40% of Wisconsin hunters are not registered to vote. What?
Yeah.
So why aren't we registering people to vote
At gun stores.
at gun stores and where they get hunting licenses?
Yep, that's where he's calling on gun stores to start carrying registration.
Yep. That's Scott Pressler.
Yeah,
he's doing yeoman's work, as they say.
Yep.
Oh, July 13th is eclipsed January 6th. Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. I mean, it's leveled up big time, you know. And I don't I'm not quite sure that, you know, look, did it get randy there at the Capitol? Was it a riot? Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I mean, I was caught up in the spirit. Had I
Yeah.
not been a broken down old man,
I know.
right? I mean, I would have been a little more like I did my own little in a cop car, you know, and faced off a cop car. Man, I felt pretty powerful. You know, but as far as that was concerned, I understand how people got riled up, but I also understand that there were the typical. And you know, in any sort of normal court, not this kangaroo court bullshit, this would have been thrown out as entrapment
Yeah.
because they incited people. I mean, Ray Epps, okay, they incited people to do things they would not normally have done,
Right.
which changed the course of history, and therefore tainted the actions. It's like you talk somebody into doing something that they wouldn't have normally done, and they're still talking about this Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping fucking plot.
What was that about?
2 redneck sons of bitches and
Got
like
caught up
5 FBI
Probably
guys.
drinking with a bunch of FBI.
Right. And they go and they get these 2 chuckleheads that never would have normally, like, neither one of them is a particularly a fucking mastermind. Mm-hmm. Right? But then what they do is they set these poor bastards up. Oh, yeah, they were kidding around. It's like, you know, it's what they do. It's what they do. And the guns are now turned inward on us. All right. Yeah, that was Soros's son's post, Arby. All right, so where are we at? Uh-oh. Well, see, okay, yeah, I mean...
Now, this Congressman, Corey Mills, is a I think he's got a long background in military work. He's the one that's been going over and rescuing all these people in the other countries that Biden keeps leaving behind.
I absolutely believe that what we have is intention. What we have is some incompetence. And Dan, I love Dan Bongino. He was in the Secret Service, and he believes it was incompetence. I don't buy that. It smells fishy. It doesn't seem right to me. It just doesn't seem right to me. Okay? I mean, we all know what the stakes are. We all knew. I mean, it's the same thing. We're all looking at President Biden going, he's a vegetable. Yeah. Right? This is obvious. And yet here, the Secret Service, okay, and the president and this current administration, and understanding the current divisive political time we live in, failed to see this coming.
Right.
and failed to and I will listen to this in a second, but somebody said this morning, you know, you ever heard of a drone? You can buy one at Walmart now. Attach it to your phone, fly around and shit, take pictures of your house from the sky, you know, for marketing purposes, all that stuff. Yeah, they have those. As a matter of fact, I think they got them with guns on them too.
Right.
Little bang, 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 bang. Okay? You telling me that they didn't have, that they just, what, you didn't see it necessary to fly a drone around? And search the adjacent rooftops? And this fucking excuse, I'm sorry, and I said it, this fucking excuse, well, the Secret Service is responsible for the inner sanctum, inner circle. And we just rely on the stupid fucking local police, you know, from the outside. That's not our problem. They know the locality better than anyone. What? You fucking bullshit. You're supposed to fucking send in advance teams that scour the whole place. Okay? I'm pretty convinced that There is no way this clumsy motherfucker went clump, 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 and everybody's going, hey, 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 look over there, he's got a gun, hey, 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 hello? No way. No way. And a sniper that trains out to how many yards? 1,500 yards. How many yards was it?
150.
Wait a minute. 150?
Yep.
Well, gosh, that's like, that's really close.
I know.
So with that scope on there, you probably would be able to read the magnification on the glasses the guy was fucking wearing on the roof. On the side, written 1.75, his reading glasses. That's how fucking good that scope would have been. You cannot tell me he did not see him. And we saw his graceful movement,
Right.
his graceful military slink across the roof. No, that wasn't happening.
Yeah.
He's like getting up, he's clumsy, kneeling, crawling. They would have seen this rifle almost with his bare eyes.
Yeah.
Okay? A sniper would. So I don't buy it. 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 Now, I don't know. Was there a second shooter involved and all that kind of crap? I don't know. Was this guy good enough? Maybe was he's the patsy? Was there someone else in weight in a ghillie suit in a tree somewhere that actually took the round that took his ear?
Right.
It's possible. It's entirely possible because I don't think this kid was a very good shot. As a matter of fact, with the understanding we have is he was rejected
Yeah. In high school.
in high school from the rifle club
because
A was a totally shitty shot and he was irresponsible with how he handled the weapons.
they called him dangerous.
They called him dangerous.
Because he was such a poor shot. So how does a 20-year-old...
How do you be such a poor shot that you're fucking dangerous? I mean, what are you doing? Shooting like so far over the target, it's landing in the neighborhood. Near the. What the
That's
fuck?
like being kicked out of driving school.
Yeah, I mean, that's not. I didn't know that was like possible. I mean, you could be a bad shot, but to get like literally kicked out because you were that bad, you're dangerous. That's pretty crazy shit. The roof ridge was obscuring the sniper's view. That remains to be seen. I'm not so sure about that. I believe that's a potential theory. I believe that makes sense. But unless we get pictures from that rooftop.
Go to...
And again, what about the drone?
Right, yeah.
And what about the fact that the local police, look at the Secret Service, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God, these people are so stupid. The Secret Service says, oh, well, it's the local police, but then how they're bragging now at the RNC, how they've got this, what do they call it, full agency or all government approach or whatever the jerk-off way they're describing it now,
right.
to make they have you think that they're just so on top of it. They've been planning this for, 18 months, yada, 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 so on and so forth, blah, 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 motherfuckers.
And lied and said they didn't make any changes.
Okay, right. I just, they lied and said they don't make any changes. I don't trust them. And I think that this thing they say, see, can't have it both ways. They go, well, it's this complete interagency approach and blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, who the fuck's in charge of it?
Right.
Who should be in charge of it? Who should be? The Secret Service.
Right.
Because they're the
They
ones
have
that
the
are protecting ultimate authority or protecting the target, right? So you can't tell me that the Secret Service shouldn't have said, all right, local police, I want you to fucking station a guy on the top of that motherfucking roof over there, and I want you to station a squad car at the bottom where there's a ladder going up the top of that building, make sure nobody gets up on top of that fucking building. That's a failure by the Secret Service. What?
Mm-hmm. Look at bookmarks. I just found a picture that Macon Kelly posted.
Can we go back up?
Yeah, well, you got to hit refresh. Okay, that picture. Blow that picture up if you can a little bit. Oh, no, it's already there. Okay. I thought that gave a good perspective.
Yep. Let me see here. Yeah, it does.
It's 130 yards, it says approximately. So it's even
Okay.
less.
Yeah, the pitch of this roof was not particularly high. And if you looking at this, I will tell you right now that this is a farm. This is normally a farm, agricultural.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a pretty high structure right here in comparison to this one. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm deceived. But I think the pitch on this roof is lower than the pitch on this roof. Definitely. And then the question, how tall is this building?
That's the one that the Secret Service.
That's the one this guy up here
Oh, okay. There
was
it is.
kneeling on. Right?
Right.
Well, first of all, I mean, just look. If you are right, okay, and this is maybe a little further away in the picture, so it's deceiving that this might be just as tall as this is over here, this building over here. But my guess is this looks taller. I think they're about the same distance from the camera, not all that much different. Because if you look at this is almost a flat line, right, straight across. So the distance away from the camera of this drone. And by the way, who got this drone footage? Right? I mean, that's a question too, right?
Yeah.
So again, this is he was shooting down at the target, right? But I think that this was lower vantage point. And I think he would have been able to see across because this is almost flat here. And this guy was standing up on top of the roof at one point as he was walking across it.
Yeah, not very graceful.
No. So yeah, I don't know, but just looking at this, the biggest thing I think that I see about this is that the advance team should never have allowed this to be outside of the perimeter that they had set. I mean, or not at least given the responsibility to the local police to keep those rooftops secure. That's it. I mean, it's as simple as that. I don't buy it beyond that, right? Mm-hmm. So, and so, yeah. If we got a drone flying around up there, where did the drone footage come from, and who released this thing? So I don't know. All right, so let's go back. Bar. And where were we? We were looking at down here. Oh. Yeah, let's watch this.
Let's bring in Florida Congressman and former U.S. Army sniper, Corey Mills. What kind of shot was this, Corey, from 130 yards?
Look, at the end of the day, this is a shot that your basic training boot camp soldier is requested to make within their 9-week period. This is one of the easiest shots, and they train all the way out till 300 or 500. And when I was doing the counter sniper, it wasn't with the United States Army. It was actually when I was with the State Department and was doing this exact thing, which is trying to look at going out with an advance team, establishing what the perimeter is, and then as a sniper, when you would set up, you'd put together your range sketch or your range fan cards, and that would tell you where your 100, your 200, your 300, and you'd identify the areas of threat that you would be able to mitigate. And if there's multiple targets, you understand that your elevation and windage knob wouldn't have to be messed with, especially at 160 yards. You could literally just look, quickly glance, and know from the reference point whether it be a building, whether it be a lone tree, whether it be a parking lot, maybe it's a road. Bottom line is that this is massive negligence to the point of me speculating on what was intentional and what wasn't.
Well, see, right? Okay. And I'm right there. I am absolutely right there. Is that this has to be thoroughly investigated. And It seems fishy. And look, we talked about the fact that the people that lie, cheat, and steal have the ethics of a salamander, okay, or a lizard. They don't care.
Right.
They don't fucking care.
Right.
So what that you what the Secret Service isn't corrupt? It isn't corrupted?
Oh.
So far, name me any institution right now that is not corrupted.
None. I mean, as long as Democrats have anything to do with it.
Right. All of them have been corrupted in one way or another. Every single one of them. Yeah, they should swing. They should if that was the case and they were told to stand down, the person should have a quick military style tribunal, no appeals, hung from the neck until dead. I mean, because otherwise, I mean, they would be culpable in the assassination, and then not to mention, do we know whether or not they set this kid up?
Right.
Did they freak him out? Did they do their MK Ultra magic, like I've talked about, and freak this kid out into trying to kill the El Presidente?
But how would they get someone that could be that good of a shooter at the age of 20?
That's what I'm telling you.
You think someone else did the shooting, and then they shot him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on. All they got to do is know what caliber this kid is shooting.
Can you grab that?
Right?
Thank you. It's my medicine.
All they got to do is know he's shooting 223.
Right.
And then they have their sniper set up someplace else. Right? And then they got their blind spot. If the Secret Service is in on it, then who's going to be... All they got to do is be able to successfully... Some guy in a ghillie suit hide from the general public. Mm-hmm. He climbed up there hours before. Right?
Right.
Tell me that's a preposterous theory. It's not a preposterous theory. So they got their patsy. They drove him nuts. They just get him to go climb up. And then they make damn sure that he's able to climb up there. And get up there and just, fire off a few rounds. Mm-hmm. And then magically, the Secret Service, well, they're not in charge, but the FBI is going to go in there and clean up house. And I'm sure they'll find all the bullets. And I'm sure they'll match them all up, and it'll all have come from the same gun. Right? They'll just miscount one of the bullets. The one that came from the first shot. Right, the one that hit his ear. Yeah, he would never talk. We would never know, right? We would never know anything because the guy's a dead man. Dead men tell no tales, right?
Right.
All right. So what else do we have here? Oh, we're gonna listen to a little masculinity from Andrew Tate for a minute. Go.
Let's assume the Secret Service are not compromised, and let's assume they did not deliberately ignore a shooter on the only building in the vicinity's roof long enough for him to get off shots at the president before they neutralized him and he couldn't be interrogated. Let's pretend that they're not compromised and instead they're just grossly inept. Then you have to come to the conclusion that this is just a lone wolf, crazy guy. He wasn't inspired in any way. He wasn't given a free shot by the deep state. No, this is just some lone wolf crazy guy. Well, my question there is, we're often told about how dangerous the rhetoric of people on the right are. How an anti-immigration rhetoric or an anti-LGBT rhetoric fosters hate and it makes it dangerous for people to go about their lives. Are the left going to take any accountability at all for their rhetoric, calling Trump literally Hitler and the next demon who will destroy the entire democracy of the United States and by extension the Western world?
Yes,
are they responsible for their words now if the story
miracle.
They want us to believe that this is just a lone wolf is true at all? Or is it only us who are responsible for trying to protect things like our nation and our sovereignty and our religion and our towns and our cities? Are any of them going to say sorry for the shit they've been talking for years? Or are they allowed to say whatever they want despite consequences?
Yeah, they're not gonna apologize.
All of their bullshit pandering now. We don't believe in political violence. We didn't want this to happen.
Why is he
Black
driving
Trump's
like an
okay.
old man?
No, you're fucking not. No, you are not. You've been calling for this shit to happen. This is passive aggression.
Oh, no.
Feminine garbage. I didn't start the argument. I did bit. You know exactly what you did. You've been praying for some fucking moron to try this, based on the words you've been purporting and pushing to the populace endlessly since 2016. These people need to be held accountable.
Yeah. You know what? He's absolutely right. And good morning, Mike. It's good to see you in the house. No,
Mikey.
they left the door open and unlocked. Let's just say it that way.
Right.
Right. That's what they did. That's what they did. They left the door open and unlocked. And by the way, the car he's driving sounds really good. Did you notice that?
Of course.
Accountable. And if they're not going to be held accountable, then I hope the right get their balls back and start saying exactly what they fucking think when they fucking think it the way they want to say it, and stop sugarcoating everything and washing everything down. Because you can't find any men left on the internet or the world who say it exactly like it is anymore. They're scared. Well, if these people are going to say whatever they want and incite genuine violence, you should say whatever you want, considering you don't incite violence. Who's attacking the left-wing politicians? Even though they're the ones who locked us in our houses, forced everyone to get an injection, flooding your cities with migrants and illegals. Who's attacking them? Nobody. So who's actually inciting violence?
Yeah, it's them. And the damn thing again, like I said, generally we always have justification, and in general, it's always because it's retaliation or in self-defense.
Right.
Generally speaking, because we're the side with ethics and morals. We
Law abiding.
we actually believe in a God, and that we're
Right.
going to be held accountable for our actions, and we, have consciences and feel guilty and shit like that. The other side doesn't. The other side, in my opinion, I think that we probably have a big increase in sociopathy and psychopathy in our country these days.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are much less mentally, and arguably speaking, I'm never going to be able to convince your parents, because your parents just never will believe that this is not the party of JFK anymore.
Yeah, right.
Okay, this ain't your grandpa's Democratic Party. These people are commies.
Yeah.
They're raging commie bastards.
Yeah.
And they're willing to justify and use violence against their political enemies. They've been stoking it up for the longest time.
Yeah.
And now you can't act surprised that this happened and now it's popped off, right?
Right.
But yet somehow they magically do. I'm really curious what's going to happen to their ratings,
This is alternative media is the wave of the future, and
It is. And
we just want a little tiny part of it.
Just a little tiny piece. I'm really getting happy that we're getting, especially because the news is flaring up. And like I said, I knew it would happen. I knew that eventually, once the news was starting to be off, people got hungry for answers and wanting to know what was going on.
Yeah.
And good breakdown analysis, because that's the thing I think that we bring to the party. I was trying to explain, or because I was on the Boiler Room and I was with this guy, Mark Anderson, who's a brilliant guy, and he knows all about banking and history and the Rothschilds and all this kind of stuff. And so I was very impressed with him. And I said, my job more, right, is to try and take all of this, right, zeitgeist and put it in a perspective of a biblical worldview or a Christian worldview, and what are we supposed to do, right, with all of this, and lead people in that way, right? That's, I think, my ministry is to get people to wake up and understand that being Christian doesn't mean being nice. That's bullshit that they have told you. You've allowed them to define your Christianity and put you in a box and tell you how to fucking act and how to fucking talk, okay? And that's why I guess I got a thing about this whole swearing thing, and I use it for emphasis sometimes, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't sound like Red Fox, and I'm always blowing off F-bombs. But, sometimes, it wouldn't have been the same if it would have said Frank or whatever, Scarlett, I don't give a darn, right? He said, I don't give a damn, Scarlett, right? The line, whatever the hell it was. I don't even remember watching the movie. I don't think I ever watched the movie. Who was it? Clark Gable, was it? Right?
Frankly, my dear.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, right? That's what he said. It wasn't the same, right? And so this whole thing about, that doesn't, if I'm not blaspheming God and I'm properly getting in the tension, sometimes you got to meet people where they're at, man. I mean, if you read some of Paul's letters to the Corinthians, he was pretty rude with them.
Rude.
I mean, basically, he was pretty salty, right? And so, and I think that to me, it's always been like feeling like, I get what you're saying if everything wasn't on fire, but right now the house is on fire and you're rearranging the silverware drawer. That's where I feel about, casual profanity. And, I have a, blaspheming the Holy Spirit for me too. As long as I'm not attributing anything to the Holy Spirit that does not attribute to the Holy Spirit, then I'm not blaspheming the Holy Spirit. And there's only one way to hell for me, and that's for me to renounce my Lord Jesus, and I'm never going to do that. So then along the way is, trying to not offend weaker brothers, right? That's the next part, right? So it's like, if you have somebody comes in here and goes, oh, well, I thought Christians don't say bad words, and then they go, oh, I'm leaving, right? Then it's like, well, okay, there's a weaker brother that was offended by what I said, right? Mm-hmm. But at this point in time, that guy is living in a dream world and needs to be woken up. Everybody needs to be woken up to what the reality of what the hell is going on right now. That's that literally we're living under a communist dictatorship, an authoritarian government that is not only trying to imprison and has imprisoned its political enemies, is now trying to execute them as well. Whether that's at the end of a long, whipped up thing by the entire government, a psyop that they've run on people, or whether it was more specifically they were involved in pulling very granularly specific strings. That's a reality. We got to say, wake the fuck up, right? Wake the fuck up, people. I mean, this is not normal. This is not right. This is not okay. We're on the edge of World War III. We're on the edge of Civil War. If that bullet would have been a quarter of an inch over, we'd all be living in a vastly different reality right now.
Yeah, and we believe we're in the end times, too.
I believe we're in something, man.
Right.
And God, it's so hard to tell because, it's vague. Scripture doesn't have all the answers. It's not all perfectly laid out. It just gives you signs, seasons, signals that says, all right, alarm bells need to be going off right about now. And I think enough things have been fulfilled that says we're on the edge of something.
Right.
And I believe that probably what it is it's a revival prior to a rapture, prior to the rise of the Antichrist. That's the way I biblically see it happening. At least that's my perspective on it. All right, so what else do we have here?
What do we got?
Oh, this is interesting. Abhay Venkatesh says people are just now casually walking around San Francisco with Trump hats. Something has changed. Okay? Zeitgeist.
Right.
What did I just say? Zeitgeist.
People are saying if Trump is willing to stand up there and take a bullet for me,
then I ought to be willing to put a hat on.
Right, and it's kind of the Jesus thing. I mean, I'm not comparing Trump to Jesus, but when Jesus says, "If you deny me before my Father,"
yes, and I don't. Trump is a type of Christ. He is a Christ-like figure.
Right, and we don't mean he's holy.
Absolutely
Being used by
persecuted,
God.
persecuted by his political enemies while being completely innocent.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else do I know was kind of like that? I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah, but he is, and that was a very astute observation.
What?
Is that he's Christ-like
Oh.
in this regard,
Yeah.
right? And then he's going through all this persecution, right? And guess what? His followers are too, right?
Yep.
And if they persecuted me, they'll persecute you. But yet he's our champion.
Yep.
And I just loved it. I got to say it again. The stones of those people behind him that sat there,
Yeah.
more giving a shit about the president of the United States of America, whether he was okay, than their own personal safety.
Yep. Absolutely.
Wow.
You sound like your dad when you did that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. No, wait.
All right. So, what does this say?
What's that?
The persistence.
That's Scott Presler.
If you know anyone who said despicable and heinous things in the assassination attempt against President Trump, please reply below to create a list for the FBI.
Yes.
Now,
So if you see me writing something that says, "Name them and shame them,"
at FBI, hashtag FBI.
Oh, I forgot that part.
Don't be
But-
surprised. Yeah, because that would help. That would help. Yeah. So anyway, because there are people saying things like on social media, very classy things,
Right.
like why was he such a poor shot? Or
awful
damn,
stuff.
why did he miss? Or
Yep.
okay. Now I'll tell you right now, I despise Joe Biden. I think he's a yucky man. I think he's a liar. I think he's a sleazebag.
Probably a pedophile.
He's probably a pedophile, and I hate him deeply from the bottom of my heart in a very righteous way. Right? I think I got good reason.
But you don't want to see him shot.
But I would not want to see him shot. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't mind if he went through a tribunal and, through a legal system, got in trouble. But
I want him to go away. And
Yeah.
then I want him to be given a pardon by Donald Trump.
oh God.
And then
No way.
no, seriously.
Oh, just him, but not
Just
Jill
him,
and
just
Hunter.
him. But we're going to prosecute the shit out your son.
Yeah.
And in the process, it's all going to be uncovered what a shitbag you really were, Joe Biden. And you'll be able to watch in your demented haze, slurping down your room temperature tapioca pudding
Ew.
while watching your son be humiliated and your legacy be destroyed. Right? I think that would be good. And it would show that Donald Trump is magnanimous to a broken he would be showing more compassion than his family is for him, for Joe Biden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His family is treating this elder abuse, what they're doing to him.
Yes.
It's absolutely elder abuse.
It is.
I mean, yeah. Blinken, yeah, man. Blinken is definitely in the inner circle. Everybody that's in the inner cabal, right? You know what I'm talking about? Those are the people that need to be brought up on charges. And depending on what they did, if it's treasonous, I think, I just do. I think we need to be back in a place of law and order where people swing again. That if you like, we've
grew up.
executed spies before.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
We grew up when there was-
Rosenbergs or whatever the hell they were.
Yeah.
They were spies, Russian spies or something, and they swung.
Oh.
They hung and swung. Yep. And we need to do that because otherwise it's like, look, guys, if this whole idea, the experiment, that the whole idea of deterrence doesn't work, of course it fucking works.
Yeah.
Of course it works.
Yep.
That was all a lie. It was a leftist, liberal bullshit thing that they've sold you,
Yep.
right? So, okay, right? So, yeah, this guy, Lakota Man, right here, he says, mainstream media, today is a somber day. Nah, I'm celebrating today. Grilled hot dogs, anyone? Yeah. Wow. You're so funny. That's great. Well, at minimum, okay, you just shown that you're a complete and utter slimy dirtbag of a human being, right? And you just you're not worth the space that you take up and the air that you breathe. And one day you'll probably get yours one way or another because you're just a shitbag.
If you hit refresh, I added a couple of clips
Of
from
course you did.
Megan Kelly.
At the top. Well, we'll get up there in a
Okay.
minute, but I just want to continue on here
Continue on, Wayward Son.
because I don't like this bouncing up and down all the time.
That's what he said.
Oh, maybe not. I think that's what she said.
Oh.
So the responsibility for this falls squarely on Biden. Yes, it does. Yes. I've got a meme of this. Okay. I mean, I've got memes of Joe Biden, and I think of this very thing when he said that this quote that Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans are a threat to the very soul and of this country. Right. I remember that, and I said so. I made a meme, and I said, so it's all right to completely demonize the opposing political party. Like, this is where we're at.
Right.
That it's okay to absolutely demonize them. And then this whole thing was creepy with the whole military and the blood
black.
red. And I mean, this is threatening.
Mm-hmm.
This is threatening. I mean, the only way he could have ratcheted this shit up is to have a F-16 parked over there on the stage, too.
Yeah, right.
Which he said that you're going to need, that he's going to use on the American public. Fucking assholes. Or asshole. But I mean assholes because they
Well,
are.
there's
The
more than
cabal,
one.
they're all a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
Right? All right. And then, Michael Flynn Jr., right? Yeah, they say that you want to unite the country. What a ridiculous thing. This Joe Biden speech. We need to unite the country.
Unite the club.
Unite the country. Yeah, unite the clans. Nobody believes that this guy was voted in as a uniter, okay? And then we just saw this bloody thing right here and calling us a threat to the republic, okay, and democracy all the time. We're an existential threat. Nobody believes this. And no, we're not uniting with you. And when Donald Trump says we need to unite, right? We need to unite around
Under
the
him.
Constitution
Right.
of the United States and under law and order, and under him we need to unite. Not together with. I agree. There is no common ground. I've long said, right? I've long said that what you've got is a Venn diagram that used to have the Constitution in the middle. And now you got just a circle over here and a circle over here, and they're just free floating away from each other. Because the leftists don't believe in the Constitution. They hate the Constitution. They want the Constitution torn up, right? Get off the counter. Cats all over the counter. So anyway, they're not interested in it. So how do you reconcile, right? How in the world do you reconcile with two people or two groups of people where your worldviews are so they're just literally almost diametrically opposed to each other? Which begs the question, what the hell is going to happen after we get back in to government? What are we going to do with all the 23% of the lunatics or 25% of the lunatics that were brainwashed that Donald Trump really is Hitler?
Yeah, right.
What the hell is going to happen then? And what are we going to do in response? Because we got to have a plan. And I'm telling you, if it includes martial law, they cannot let these motherfuckers burn down this country again like 2020.
Yeah,
it
right.
cannot fucking happen.
No, he won't. He won't let it happen.
It can't happen. It mustn't happen.
So listen to this. MSNBC temporarily pulled Morning Joe from airing after the assassination attempt on former Trump. They'll be back on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Why do you think that might be?
Because they talk bad about him.
They pulled it because they can't help themselves?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or that they represent possibly a responsibility. It says MSNBC yanks anti-Trump Morning Joe off air following assassination attempt. Will return on Tuesday. I guess if they don't have anything good to say, they shouldn't say anything.
Shouldn't say anything. Oh, well, there you go. They're following their
Polite.
mama's advice, right?
Politeness.
Yeah.
Coco.
Yeah.
Hello, baby.
So yeah, well, like I said, they pulled all the campaign ads. Now you know the light that the media is framing it in. Well, Joe just right now, Joe wants to be as president, consoler in chief mode right now to the country because the country's just hurting, and he decided it was just not appropriate to be in campaign mode right now. So that's kind of what happened there, and that's what's going on. No. My guess is all those campaign ads, and I'm not a big, Joe Biden campaign ad follower.
Have you ever seen Joe Biden sign?
It's like, no, it's like,
Cat.
yeah, I mean, I'm aware of dog turds. I just don't like to consume them and eat them. So, yeah, I don't like to consume that kind of stuff, So, but I don't know what they are. But my bet is, hey, you know what? I pretty much bet they're like, we cannot let this man as an existential threat to democracy. All that you know and love was going to burn to the ground. It's going to be the Hindenburg. And showing, the Hindenburg going down in flames, right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And so they probably went, oh, shit, that's probably a really bad look right now.
Right.
And that's why they probably pulled him. And they need some, really high, they just really, they did it because of a feeling of sense of ethics and morals and obligations. These people are snakes in the grass. Okay, so what else we got here? Graham Allen said, President Trump said, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be dead. This is a man that has seen a miracle from God. What happens next? God's hand is going to be on it. What happens next? God's hand is going to be on it. Whatever. Well, there is no doubt this man has been lifted up by God.
Right.
I believe that God clearly has his hand on him now. I mean, arguably, from a practical standpoint, what we've seen happen.
Right.
Okay. All right, hold on a second. Get off the counter. Love cats so much, so get out of there. Go find a frog.
Oh God.
They come home. We have literally disemboweled frogs. I'll wake up in the morning, if I'm not careful.
Oh.
Because I can't, the cats meow too much, and so I leave the window cracked, and so they sneak in and out, and so I got mice coming in. They eat the mice and bring the mice in, and
Why can't they eat out?
Anyway, huh?
Why can't they eat out?
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, this whole thing about seeing a miracle from God, I cannot imagine having a bullet graze by my head and not falling to my knees and thanking God that I'm alive.
There's a little breaking news. Rooftop where the gunman shot at Trump was flagged as a security risk before the rally, according to NBC News.
According to NBC, well, that's pretty significant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not like some far right wing conspiracy.
White
wing.
What?
Conspiracy theory. Tin hat wearing conspiracy network, is it? It's like a Libby network that's reporting on this.
Right.
That's pretty significant, I think.
I think it is.
I think it is. So this literally and this miracle, not only did Donald Trump experience this miracle, and it probably saved him, but let me tell you, it took me to another level. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm still a little anxious. I'm still a little freaked out and kind of a little bit of deer in the headlights with all the crap I got to do to get out of here. But I'm not where I was.
Right.
Something broke free. And when he stood up and shook that fist and said, fight, fight, fight,
Right.
it ignited something in me.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
It ignited something in me. And it ignited something in a lot of people that saw that moment. And I mean, it's going to be a landslide. Guys, right now, I mean, it's going to be an electoral landslide. Donald Trump's going to win the popular vote this time. It's going to be totally historic. And that means go the fuck out and vote.
Yep.
Don't assume everybody else is going to vote. You still got to go vote.
No, we got to win so overwhelmingly that it's too big to rig.
So now here's the sad part: is there are still crazy, kooky people, and there are still people that are brainwashed, and it's totally sad. It's like totally bums me out. I can't see that. Now they can see that.
What?
I gotta get my cross going on so they can see it.
Oh my God.
He is your God. You should.
I know.
Very astute
I know.
observation.
Thank you.
So, Susan says, goodbye to my only daughter. She's moving out of the country to get away from all of us crazies. She's terrified of Trump. We exchanged heated words. I deleted Facebook. I only kept it to keep in touch with her. Sad, but it had to be. Maybe one day she will regret it. See, that's a familiar story.
Yeah.
To more than one of us. And unfortunately, they're not all going to go away. There's going to be crazies. Now, this one, we got lucky. Moved out of the country. Hey, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out, and enjoy your flight. Right? Goodbye. See ya. Bye-bye. Maybe that's what we can do. Well, surely we can find ourselves some island somewhere where we could just deport all the rest of the fucking people.
Family.
All the people that really don't want to be here in this country, and they can have a fucking country of their own.
What if we don't want them here?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Deport them all.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Okay. Stacy said, I was a reluctant Trump voter until an hour ago. The left is unbelievably stupid. I will walk on broken glass and bring 10 people with me to vote for Donald Trump. Clearly, we are not the threat to democracy. The left is. And Maya Mila says, I live in liberal Washington state. I bought a Trump flag a while back, but honestly, I've been just scared to put it up. Well, it went up out front, along with one that says Joe Biden sucks. Trump 2024, right? Okay. Yeah. See, the zeitgeist changed.
Right.
You know? And
Is that the word of the day?
it is. The word of the day is it, well, it's better than tater hole.
We already did that one.
The word for the day is zeitgeist. Okay? Anyway, the political
Definition,
climate,
please.
the culture changed when that shot rang out. When those shots rang out. And when Donald Trump came up, defiant with fists up, changed everything. Changed the whole political landscape, changed everything. And now, I mean, now there are going to be women, now there are going to be women literally throwing their panties up on the stage for him. He's that, like, hot now because of how cool we did, right? It was just awesome, right? So Hodge Twins say an attack on Trump is an attack on all of us. Hold the line. I agree. There are people who would take a bullet for Trump. He is that loved. Of course. And that was probably most of that stadium. And I said it yesterday that if that would have been a Biden rally, everybody that was behind him
Yep.
that's holding a frickin' pre-printed sign that was paid to be there would have gone screaming like little children.
Yep.
All of them. Nobody would take a bullet for Joe Biden, or practically nobody. I mean, come on. Yes, he's a total rock star all over again. He's like, that picture of him with the flag and the blood on his face and his fist up in the air will live 300 years from now. People will be looking back upon that picture.
Yeah. What an exciting time.
Oh,
to be
yeah, that we're
alive.
living through, right?
So glad we get to see the
So we understand from Jack Posobiec that he says breaking Trump has completely rewritten his RNC speech after surviving an assassin's bullet by mere inches.
So we don't know exactly what that means.
Don't know what that means, but I'll be curious to see what's going to happen, and how he's going to handle it. And I think there is huge wisdom that people are tired of the hate.
Yeah.
They're tired of the screaming memeism, the screaming bansheeism, and especially in the online communities where they just like, everybody's like, because nobody has any personal skin in the game.
Right.
You know, it's not the days of you say something rude out of your mouth and you get bitch slapped, right? But I think what's happening here is people have just had it.
Yeah.
And they're tired of the constant. It's like living, the Democratic Party is like living with a fucking nagging wife. And you're just touching your temples and you're just going, would you please just shut the fuck up already, lady? Woman. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? I mean, seriously, right? They're constantly shrieking. They're constantly, the women are constantly in suffrage or suffering or whatever the fuck they do in their white coats. They're always screaming. They're always yelling. They're always victims. It's like they're just never happy with anything, right? And so it's like they're like a bunch of 2-year-old children. That's why they shouldn't have anything to do with running the country whatsoever at all.
Right.
Nada. So, yeah, Donald Trump just won the hood vote. Well, yeah, he survived a drive-by, dude. First, they tried to put him in jail, instant hood status, right? Wrongly accused of crimes, and then they're trying to imprison him, and he's wrongly convicted. Yeah, I think the black people can relate to that. I'm sure a few of them, or at least, you know, what they believe is systemically there, that the system is stacked against them, and perhaps it is. I'm not completely averse to looking at things and systematic racism, and although I hate that word so much, but
They
you know,
ruined it.
huh?
They ruined a lot of words for us.
They did, because I think systematic racism, to tell you the honest to God truth, systematic racism are the democratic programs that have perpetuated a group of people that remain uneducated or poorly educated and without good opportunities
Right.
on the government dole, the payout, and they give them absolutely no real ways out because they provide shitty schools for them. And so it's become the modern day plantation. And that's not love, right? That's not the Democratic people loving on black people.
Right.
Right. And I think that many people are realizing that the Democratic Party never really cared about the black people. They just want to keep them on as like a voter
The
base.
government role.
Right. But what happened was this whole immigrant thing, that's something they miscalculated. They didn't realize that the black people in Chicago were going to get jelly.
Yep.
That's right.
They said, hey, what about us?
That's right. And so much of the time I'm going around going, like every day we turn around and they say something, you know, like, oh, no, we didn't. I'm going, it's just fruits of your own labor. You're reaping here, like, you stupid idiots. It's like, you know, you do this and you have these policies, and now you have to try to get Trump killed. How does this work it out for you?
Yeah.
How has this worked out for you? Right? It's going to completely, possibly now destroy the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, I don't know if it's ever going to come back from this.
Right.
The DNC, I'm not quite sure they can ever come back from the shit show that this administration was and still continues to be. Right? Okay, so what else is going on? Yeah, Wesley Hunt said character assassination failed, financial assassination failed, legal assassination failed, and actual assassination failed. Right?
Right.
That's because he's the Teflon Don, and he's the Teflon Don because God has his hand upon Donald Trump. And the angels were at his charge. Right?
Yeah.
Just like they would have been at Jesus, had Jesus requested them, as the devil told Jesus when he was in the wilderness. right? So yes, he is a Christ-like figure, absolutely, and God lifts up men. God is the one who does it. You know, we always have a biblical view and a biblical take on things, and assure and understand this, that God is sovereign, God is in charge of every single thing that's going on.
Yep.
God, if God wants Donald Trump raised up, he will have Donald Trump raised up. And you need to pray to continue to move the sovereign arm of the Lord to do that.
Right.
Right? But so this is all, you know, God's the one. God's the one. I had an itch on my back.
I guess so.
Scratch your top. Scratch.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, right in the middle.
Oh my God.
Under the shirt.
Jesus, Tim. The phone's ringing.
Phone's ringing. All right, you're missing. God, that's totally worthless. Unsatisfying. Where's the back scratcher? Here, scissors.
I don't know. The phone's ringing.
Oh my God. Sorry. So you know that itch? You ever get itch? I get a particular place, like right on the back of my neck. I just can't quite reach it, especially with my arthritic shoulders anymore. Oh. Well, at least you know we're authentic here. What? Look, you're the one that has a dirty mind that thinks I sound like I'm having sex. Is that why you're going to just stop or something? Because
No.
you have a dirty mind?
No.
Yes. Yes,
Nope,
it
I
is.
just think it's,
yes, it is.
not interesting.
You're the one that looks at the Rorschach. You ever heard the joke about the Rorschach test? And he lifts up the Rorschach test and he goes, "So what do you see here?" Blah blah blah. And he goes, "I see two people fucking." And he lifts up another one. He says, "What do you see here?" And I say, "I see two other people, and they're doing it in missionary style." And then he lifts up another one and he says, "What do you see here?" And he says, "Well, I see two people having sex standing up." And he puts up the third Rorschach ink blot and he says, "Well, what do you see here now?" He says, "Well, I see people, two people having sex doggy style." And finally the guy concludes and he sits back and says, "Sir, I think you have a dirty mind." He says, "Dirty mind?" He says, "You're the one showing me all the fucking dirty pictures."
That was good.
Well, wait. There we go. Okay. So, let's listen to Forgiato Blow.
Hey, what's up, man? Check out this. This is crazy. This is what they're going to do right now to keep that man out of office. It's very scary. It's very sad. We all stand with Donald Trump. Facts. We speechless, man. This is crazy, but you know what I'm saying? They're going to go to any length they can do to keep Donald Trump out of that office. They're going to lie on this man. They're going to lie on his family. They're going to try to put him in prison, try to lock him up. And now they're trying to do this. If you stand with Trump, comment amen, comment praying for Trump, comment something, man. Save America. We need y'all.
Yep. I agree. So, okay, where are we at? Where's this? This
That's
is
in
California.
Yep. I just like to show, I want.
Showing support for President Donald J.
Never mind.
Less than 24 hours after the assassination attempt on his life.
Exciting.
Give you hope.
Si se puede, Trump. Si se puede, Trump.
Trump needs to get every state.
That's encouraging, eh?
Happening now, guys. Right now. Huntington Beach, California.
Huntington Beach.
Showing support for President Donald J. Trump.
Well, every place he goes, Joe Biden, man, his motorcade gets booed. and 13-year-old kids are flipping him off.
I know. It's so funny.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Okay, that's just an example of what's going on today. A lot of doxing going on, which I'm very happy about.
Oh! Is this one of those stupid people?
Yep.
That said.
Oh, that's actually in England.
That said, "Oh God, why couldn't he have been a better shot?" and stuff like that.
She's very sad that the shooter missed.
It's pathetic, man. These people are disgusting. They're pathetic. Totally gross. Ugh. Okay. So you talked about Donald Trump having a superpower. What was that this morning about him and his superpower? What about him calling Mark Levin?
Oh,
Wakey, wakey, my love.
yeah. What? I
He
don't
called
know.
Mark Levin.
Yes, he did. Oh, his phone.
Yeah, 30 minutes or so before he spoke at this event.
Right.
Just before he got shot.
Right.
He called just to go, hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing well. I hope you stay
hope the wife
healthy.
is
Hope
good.
the wife is good. You need to stay healthy because we need you. Just picked up the phone randomly. This is what this guy does. And he does this crap all the time.
Yeah.
The people that know him.
Superpower. I get you now.
Yep. So it is his superpower, right?
Yeah.
He is, and he's charismatic, but people don't know it and don't understand it because the mainstream media will not share stories like that with you, right? So this is another lady that was that posted something mean and nasty about Donald Trump.
She got called out.
Yeah, she's working at the Home Depot
This is great.
as a cashier.
Are you Darcy Waldron? Yeah? Okay, from Cayuga? And you think that the shooter should have been a better shot? Is that what you posted on Facebook?
Love it.
You think that the shooter should have been a shooter, huh?
I am at work.
Yeah, I think that's pretty messed up. Pretty anti-American, if you ask me. As a veteran, I'm disgusted. What have you provided to this country? Huh? I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. You are ridiculous.
Oh, and
And
now
I'm
what are you
making
going to
you
do?
famous.
Call security?
Are you Darcy Waldron?
Now you're going to call security because
hilarious.
because you won't stand behind your words. Well, I mean, like if you were proud of your piece of shit ass self, you old fat
Oh, don't do that.
unattractive cow using the F word.
Okay.
Okay. This person that like never got laid and has 10 cats, okay, and sits at home and spews out hate and shit and like gets off on it and it's melting her body. This hatred, clearly. Okay? Yeah. As soon as you're out in the public, like if I wrote something and somebody goes, Are you the truth slinger? Are you Tim Bodner? Did you say this about Joe Biden? Did you say this about Donald Trump? I'd be like, well, fuck, hell yeah. What, you know? And I give him a piece of my fucking mind. Okay? Oh, but not in this person. Security, right? This bitch who believes in defund the cops. Call the cops. Call the cops. Right? Oh, man. Yeah, multiple people see him while he's being called out to the police.
He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place with the gorgeous ocean.
Look, they're all pointing.
Look how close they are to the roof. Right
Yeah,
there.
someone's on top of the roof. Look.
Right there.
There he is right there.
Right there.
Right there. See him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down. And still I'm here with you fighting like hell to get it.
Now, I want you to watch. He's not particularly graceful.
Because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look. There he is.
Because we have millions
All right, now look.
and millions
He's kind of flopping around up there. He's
dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that.
But it's probably on the back side of that roof, right?
You went right on the roof again. He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be
I don't know. I don't
Look, they're all
know.
pointing.
I don't know. If I were a younger man, as soon as the crime scene tape came down, I would be down there climbing on those roofs, and I would be spotting with a rifle and a scope from the other building, and I would be able to see if you could see them.
Let
I
me
would
tell
be
you.
doing that. I would be doing. Somebody needs to do that investigative journalism.
Yeah, and I bet
Okay.
you there's going to be some people that start
Somebody
coming
that-
to the rallies strapped.
Yup. You know, I don't know. Okay, so this is on Jesse. This is Bongino talking about incompetence.
Now, Bongino used to be a Secret Service agent.
Yeah,
so.
and I don't know. I don't really necessarily. I know I want to.
Okay, just go on.
I want to hear it.
I used to be afraid to wear my hat.
Yep.
Now
Yep. But that's the general temperature of what's going on. Okay.
Right, now there's a couple things at the beginning I wanted to
We've been down there. All right. Well, let's go back up to the top that way so we don't get a...
All right. This person...
Yes.
The person on the left is not the person that they say killed, shot at Trump. They say it was this other person. But people are saying that he actually looks like this guy, who's an Antifa guy, who's been in trouble before. So, we're not sure exactly. Does the guy in the guy on the right side have a hole in his ear, like a
what
gauge?
I'm looking for.
With the mouth,
Boy,
I mean, it
that
really looks like.
jawline. Yeah.
The other guy had an underbite.
Can we see the length of this guy's hair? Is it short? Like, because the dorky kid had short hair.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, man.
Yeah, this guy is not just new. I mean, he's been talked about since the beginning of this, I think. Yeah, the haircut thing is hard because he could have just cut his hair or not cut his hair. But the hair color's the same. The eyebrows are the same.
Yeah, eyebrow distance kind of seems about right.
The mouth is similar, but it looks like he got shot. Did he get shot in the mouth?
The blood came out of his mouth.
Oh,
and so
okay.
it looks like he's wearing lipstick.
It looks like he's got one too.
But the lip shape is the one that really is compelling to me.
Mhm.
The lip and the chin. You can't tell because his eyes are closed.
So now who is
right? And the
right, well,
nose,
he's
the
dead.
nose is the nose is similar as well. The bridge of the nose is similar,
Mm-hmm.
but of course he's more profile in the picture on the right. This person, but that
So-
hair looks pretty long, doesn't it?
Yeah. What, the picture on the left?
The picture on the right.
Oh.
That looks like long hair to me. This doesn't.
yeah.
This up here. This does not look like a short haircut. You know.
What is what
This,
does it
this
say
right here.
about him? Roger Stone. Can you read that?
Right here. See this? This hair? Yeah. This is long. This is not a short hair. And the other pictures of the kid. Oh.
Oh, the commercial.
He's
for
missing his fucking gauges.
Right.
The gauges are gone. That's what a collapsed ear looks like.
Oh.
When you take the gauges out,
It
there's
doesn't
this
just have a hole?
saggy ass hole.
It's hard to see. I can't.
Oh my God. Are they pulling a fucking bait and switch? They gave the wrong idea. They deliberately. What the hell did they do with the other guy? Right? Make him did just disappear him?
I don't know. What does it say? Who's this? What's this guy's name? Yarrick.
Roger Stone posted this. Sources are telling him the shooter was Maxwell Yerrick, not Matthew Crooks. I think he's right. The photo of the dead shooter matches Yerrick, especially when you look at the ear. Yerrick's mugshot shows him with a gauge, and the dead shooter has a closed gauge scar.
Oh.
It appears FBI is not telling us the truth. Shocker. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's weirdness. That's weirdness.
So what is there about this guy?
And this even looks funky. Like at one point he had probably cartilage piercings because his ears looks fucked up and damaged.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow, 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 wow. Well, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? Fun, fun, fun. Okay. Yeah, there's something wrong there. There's something definitely not right about that. Yep. Okay. So yeah, as we go along through the day, I'm sure we're going to learn more. Today's Monday.
Yeah, right.
And so Monday is a big news day always, and the weekends have been huge, obviously. I mean, when an assassination happens on a weekend, it makes news, an assassination attempt. But yeah, we're going to keep an eye on things. And then
There's a Megyn Kelly video.
Oh, that you would like to see? Yes. All right. Aren't you getting tired yet?
Yes.
Is this what happens when we sober up? We're gonna have just all this bubbles energy, and you're gonna want to stream all the time. We're over the 2-hour mark already.
I know. My head doesn't hurt though. Usually it hurts from the glasses and the.
Which part? The face part, or?
Yeah, the part of the face that has to look at you.
All right. So you want to watch this Megyn Kelly real quick?
That one's too long. Wait a minute. I didn't see how long it was.
6 minutes.
Yeah. Keep going. I think I got 3. Oh, okay.
No, apparently you have 1.
Well, okay, fine. Never mind.
Well, that's why I put it on.
These Democrats, these leftists here, they're probably 2 weeks away from blaming whatever happens next on Donald Trump. Yep. They're going to pull up that statement and say it was incitement and blame him for it the same way as please go peacefully and march on the Capitol got turned into, falsely, incitement under the law. Donald Trump is a human being. He's allowed to have a minute before he thinks about what to tell his supporters about how to behave. And you know what else? They're entitled to their anger right now.
Yep.
I hope they don't. I pray they don't do any return violence. I urge them not to. But they're absolutely entitled to feel enraged tonight, Dennis. I feel it
she
too.
She dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah.
She
with the religious
she
leader.
dropped that F-bomb, okay, at the beginning of this that I think they cut out, okay, because you were talking about the host lady that said, as Donald Trump got up, I noticed what was remarkable to me as a dried up, shriveled up leftist cunt is that he put up his fist and said, fight, fight, fight. And, I just think that that's not the right tone we should be having now. And Megyn Kelly just says, fuck you, lady. I mean, in front of a devout Jew. And again, I have to say, I'm sorry I said the C word, but that was about as C as it gets. Okay, give the man a minute.
Right.
He just took a bullet. How many bullets have you taken in life, lady? And then you just pass judgment, you female, ridiculous leftist liberal lunatic, upon that which you hate, which is a man being manly, doing a manly thing, right?
Yeah.
Making sure he has this dignity about him and getting his shoes on before he goes to the beast to go home, right? Seriously, man. So just really interesting.
You're talking to a kindred spirit. I've been enraged for all of my lifetime about what the left has done to Western civilization or what the left did to any country it took over. I have a video up at PragerU, and I only do 1 out of 10 videos. 90% are other people doing these videos, these 5-minute videos. And it is, why don't people hate communism as much as Nazism? It's the left has gotten a moral pass for all of its history. And this is just another example. You can say the man is Hitler and get away with it. You can say that he inspired an insurrection. Do you know that I condemned it? It happened, I'll never forget, in the last 20 minutes of my radio show. And I said, this is awful. I condemned the entering of the Capitol. The next day, though, I also added to that, and I said, I know what's going to happen. The left will use this the way in which the Germans used the Reichstag fire as an excuse to suppress liberty in the United States. They used it then in Germany, and they will use it now here.
That's right.
And that's exactly what has happened. It has been used by the DOJ to suppress liberty in America. Who suppresses dissent in the United States or almost anywhere? Conservatives or leftists?
Right.
Of course, we have a right. We don't have a right to be angry. We have a moral duty.
An obligation.
Yes. They ruined his first term by calling him illegitimate from
You're
day
right,
one,
Jeff.
including Hillary Clinton. They spent 4 years accusing him falsely of colluding with the Russians and being some sort of Manchurian candidate. They impeached him over a BS phone call, accusing him of doing something we would later learn the current president, Joe Biden, was effectively doing when it comes to Ukraine, according to the allegations, trading favors for corrupt purposes.
That's right.
They impeached him a second time as he was on his way out of office. They changed the law in New York State to get him so that E. Jean Carroll could resurrect a 30-year-old claim she didn't even know she had. She couldn't remember the year in which he allegedly sexually assaulted her in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room. And sure enough, she brought the case, funded by Democrat activists, and won ultimately $80 million because Trump not only denied it, but continued to say, I don't even know who that is. A left-wing judge slapped him with a liability verdict after the jury so found and a defamation claim that made people's eyes open as the woman celebrated it on MSNBC, saying she was going to buy Rachel Maddow Paris, France. They brought a nearly
42 seconds ago, a U.S. judge has just dismissed Donald Trump's classified documents case. Says the special counsel for Jack Smith's appointment is unconstitutional.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He is the Teflon Don, baby.
Yeah, but you know what I have to say about that? Right. So, yeah. God. All that money, all that time, all that effort wasted. Okay? And now they can say, yeah, well, gosh, one of your lawfare things is unconstitutional. What? They've been weaponizing the Constitution and using a lawfare against Donald Trump? Say it isn't so.
Right.
A judge just said it is so.
Awesome.
Awesome news. Very good stuff. Right?
Yep.
So anyway, enough of Megyn Kelly.
Okay.
Right?
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
I am feeling a little
Done-ish?
peaked.
Little done like a biscuit-ish?
Yes.
I'm figuring some lunch would be nice. Some lunch. Some brunch, perhaps. Brunch?
Brunch?
Is brunch. Is fancier. Is better. Is brunch.
We don't have any steak, do we?
No.
So we can't have scallops.
Oh, hell yes. I mean, trust me. We're going to do the surf and turf thing. We're going to do it with fresh ground beef.
Okay.
It'll be good. Man, surf
We're on
and
the
turf is
carnivore
good
diet.
all the time.
Carnivore.
Carnivore. Right. Yeah, so anyway, things are going good with us, right? We're trying to keep up good spirits best we can and fight the good fight, right? And I was inspired by by Donald Trump, and I think we should all be.
Check.
He's a total badass.
Check chat.
Check chat. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a call in a little bit. Let me get a lunch. Let me get some lunch, Jeff. Remind me of your number in a DM, okay, dude?
Magalager.
Yep. So it was good to have everybody here. Kuhn was here with us. I'm glad he shows up. He always has good comments.
And Prindraco.
And people and some people that haven't that aren't with us all the time. Hopefully the stream quality was better this time.
Yeah.
It's because I tell you, man, I was very disappointed when I went back and saw the fact that we're like. It's kind of annoying, right, on your end.
You're annoying.
Although I was very happy that at least the sound. I mean, because much of this can be listened to on a podcast almost. I mean, it's very radio-ish.
Yeah.
And so I think visually people are more forgiving that. Yeah, but
No, I hate that. Not forgiving. No.
That's more annoying, right? So sound people don't forgive, but video is a little more forgiving. So I forgave myself, right? I'm continue to be new at this thing, but I'm working on it, and I'm glad that everybody is with us. Yeah, this Maxwell Urich thing is I'm curious to see where this goes, and I'm really also curious to see. If this story proves to be true about the sniper, the Secret Service sniper.
Yeah. And this potential other shooter.
Yeah.
person.
The good part is now that I think we're in this newfound place and age where the dam has sort of blown on whistleblowers. Like people are like putting their Trump flags out, and now they're wearing the hats.
Yep.
And I think whistleblowers are going, this is the fucking Crazy Tunes train. This is off the rails here, and I don't want to be no part of it. I mean, at some point, people go, I just don't want to cover up an assassination.
Yeah.
And that's probably a good instinct, and so they blow that whistle. And so that's where my hope is, and hope and confidence that a dam seems to have been broken. And the word for the day, the zeitgeist is shifting. If you don't know the word zeitgeist from here on out, I don't know what to tell you anymore. You're just hopeless. Because I've tried to educate you today, and if you can't keep that in your mind, then your brain doesn't work anymore. So, is everything okay?
Yeah.
You look panicked.
There's a dog behind me.
Oh, so, yeah. So, hey, psst, cat, hey, psst, Tommy, get the hell out of there. Oh,
oops.
You're a terrible shot with that backhand, whatever the hell you threw over there.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked. So, things are going to get really interesting now this week with the Republican National Convention.
Right.
It's going to be like a party like no other. It's going to be off the chain because now
we got to go to one sometime.
Sometime like this was the one to freaking go to, man. Yeah. But I mean, eventually when we get to Florida, that's going to be kind of a place where we have the opportunity to go out and do some field reporting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll throw your ass in a wheelchair and we'll wheel you out to the event. We'll get you a little electric one, and you can work it with your lip, where
see
you work it with your
you see what
hand.
he's doing to me right now? I know where you sleep.
Yeah, I know.
And I can
but you don't know
unplug
where
you.
the super glue is, do you?
No, honey, can't say that I.
All right, so but yeah, we're gonna cover that. And so, like I said, if you want to drop in while we cover the RNC,
yep.
I do have things to do around here besides live stream. I know you guys think I just exist to do this, But, I might be more inclined if you happen to financially support us from time to time. That makes it easier for me to be coming to you and bringing all these streams to you. So you can use the tip feature, or you can go to the link tree and check that out. Or you can go, follow me on Substack and all the other places where I'm at. And so I've pretty much got massive chaos going on right now. The RNC will be doing, what time does it start tonight?
I think 7 is what I heard.
7?
Yeah, so it's probably going to be 2-3 hours tonight and then starting in the morning.
Oh, okay. All right. So my guess is I'm probably going to come on about 6:30.
Yep.
Sorry for the pregame festivities. About a half an hour to cover it. So we're going to go see what transpires today because information and some news is, I'm sure, going to come out today on Monday, the day after. Technically the second day after our president had an attempted assassination on his life. I mean, it's still, for me, all day yesterday was like I just felt like I was living in a dream world. Very surreal feeling. But that's what happens when major historic things like this happen. But I think there's a spiritual move going on. I think there's a spiritual rise going on. I think people are coming to Christ, not just coming to God, but coming to Christ. I had more popularity for my Sunday church service about looking at the Donald Trump assassination from a Christian worldview.
Right.
More people came to church, than like ever before. And way more reach than I would have ever had in a brick and mortar building, right? So this is a real ministry that we've got going on here. So if you're thinking about tithing, if you happen to be Christian, you're thinking about a regular monthly donation that you would want to do that for us, we would really appreciate it because monthly income is very, very helpful that we can count on.
Yep.
So we can keep this project going, right?
Yep.
So anyway, that's pretty much all we want to say for now. I'm going to go get something to eat.
That sounds wonderful.
And because I need something oral right now. I got quitting the smoking, right? So I'm kind of like, I have a thing. So eating will be helpful. But then the first thing I want to do after I eat is I want to smoke.
Oh, God.
So then, fortunately, I have...
Just eat more.
Eat more. So fortunately, I'll smoke a joint. That's helpful when quitting smoking is to use the smoke of the weed. Calming and soothing. Generally, take a couple of hits off the old cigar pipe here, and
oh my God,
satisfies the need to. And then probably I need to maybe put a toothpick in my mouth or something else in my mouth. Maybe for something else. There's got to be something else around here I can put in my mouth. All right.
I quit.
I'm Stu Slinger. That's Hippie Chick.
Moo.
You guys have a good day. We out of here.